Good day, I'm Steve Heimler, and you are a stressed out student in one of the AP history courses. APUSH, AP Euro, AP World, doesn't matter. This video is going to help you get ready for those exams. So let me give you 3 massively important tips to help you prepare for your AP exams in May. And trust me, if you listen to what I say, you'll go from panicked to absolutely prepared. Seriously, just watch this whole video and you will know exactly what you need to do. So let's start with number 3. Make sure you know the time and date of your exam. And if you don't know, then here they are. Now, the AP overlords recommend that you show up to your testing location at least 30 minutes before the exam, and I think that's pretty good advice. I mean, you're already going to be stressed enough. You don't want the additional stress of getting dumped into that pressure cooker late. Tip number 2, get familiar with the format of the exam. The entire exam is going to take you 3 hours and 15 minutes, and it will consist of these 4 sections. First, multiple choice. You'll have 55 questions that you have to complete in 55 minutes. And if this history teacher's math is correct, that is approximately 1 minute per question. Nailed it. And this section will count for 40% of your overall score. Now, these are not your average information-based multiple choice questions. Instead, they're designed to test your ability to think historically. So every question is going to be attached to a stimulus, and that means you might have an excerpt from a document to read, or a picture to interpret, or a graph, or whatever, something like that. And then there will be 3 to 4 questions based on that stimulus. Now, what does that mean? That they're going to test your ability to think historically? Well, that means you're going to see questions that ask you about the causes of events in the stimulus, or maybe it's the effects, or maybe how the argument in the document might serve as evidence for something else. And the second section is the short answer questions, or the SAQ. For this section, you'll have 40 minutes and accounts for 20% of your score. Now, when you open this section, you're going to see that there are 4 questions, but you only have to answer 3. Let me explain. The first question will have a stimulus, and it is required. The second question will also have a stimulus, and it is also required. And then the third and fourth questions do not have stimuli, and you get to choose which one you answer. And look, these are not essays, they are short answer questions. Each letter only requires a couple of sentences, and that's it, so, don't go crazy. And at that point, you get a 10-minute break. So, go to the bathroom, eat a little snack, go cry in the corner, whatever you need to do. And then you come back to the third section, which is the document-based question, or the DBQ. For this, you get 60 minutes to write an entire essay based on the 7 documents they give you, and it's worth 25% of your score. The recommended reading period for the documents is 15 minutes, and I think that's a pretty good recommendation. So spend 15 minutes reading through the documents, annotating them, and planning your essay, and then take the last 45 minutes for writing. And the fourth and final section is the long essay question, or the LEQ. For this, you get 40 minutes, and it's worth 15% of your score. They will give you 3 prompts. You only have to choose one, and so choose the one you know best and start writing. This essay has no documents. You just have to crack open your brain folds, pull that information out, and start writing. And now, the number 1 most important tip you need to get ready for that exam: study smarter, not harder. And let me give you 3 guidelines for studying between now and then so you don't waste any time. First, get the content down. You need to know the content of that course like that mole on the back of your hand. This is my mole, and his name is Jeremy, and I know him pretty well. Anyway, here's where I tell you that you don't need to know everything about US history, or world history, or European history in order to pass this exam, or even get a 4 or a 5. So come here. A little closer. I've got a secret. There are only certain things you need to know for this exam. But how do you know what things to remember and what things you can forget? Well, I got you. Here are 2 ways. First, you can download my free 30-day exam review, which is going to take you through all my videos for your course. Now listen, these are the binders. Oh my gosh, I can't. These are the binders. 1, 2, 3. These are the binders for your course that the College Board gives to teachers, which have all the information that you need for these exams. And if it's not in those binders, you cannot be tested on it. And do you know how I make my videos? I open to the topic page and I use these required concepts to write my scripts. So my videos include everything you need to know for your exam. But the second way you can study only the required content is way faster. You can grab my review packs for each of these subjects. They've got whole unit review videos for all the units, and only a few of those are here on YouTube. It's got note guides to help you follow along, practice questions, and practice exams. Don't waste your time with a boring review book. Let me help you in a way that's faster and, hopefully more entertaining. Okay, the second way you need to study is to practice the skills of the course. Knowing your content will get you a long way, but not all the way. Every question on this exam is going to be testing your ability to think historically. So you're going to need to know how to interpret documents, how to build arguments with evidence, how to address change over time, etc., etc. And if you get the 30-day review guide or my review pack, then that will cover all those skills. And the third part of your study should include taking practice exams. Like, listen to me, don't let the first time you see a full exam be on exam day. You need practice, if only for the endurance required to sit and take an exam for 3 hours and 15 minutes. I would suggest taking at least 1 practice exam, and if you can, 2. And if you don't know where to find practice exams, then your teacher should have access to them, or I've got them in my review packs. And look, if you give yourself to everything that I just said, you will walk into that exam and crush it in your mind fight. So here's my playlist covering all the skills of the course. And here's the link to get my 30-day review guides and my review packs. Stick around over the next few weeks because I'm going to be posting a metric buttload of videos to help you get ready for your exams. And I'll catch you on the flip-flop. HEIMLER out.